Or do we do something for this? Okay, we don't need this, right? We don't need that. Is that causing the problem? No, that's causing a lot of problems. History for command is not defined. So where do we use that? We really don't want history for command anymore. Okay, where was it used? Oh, if checkpoint event isn't undefined. Checkpoint, oh, this thing's causing issues. Why would it? Oh, it's going to the wrong one. That was really stupid. So this thing, stupid AI. That's what it is. And then we don't need this thing. Okay. So yeah, obviously it was something. Yeah, that's good. So now things are running as expected before, but we still have this last little doohickey here. So running tests with the event stream this, unique requested, unique ID requested, unique ID generated. It has that. That's with the stream. This is the history, which is just requested event, correct. It generated this unique ID. Oh. Oh, it actually ran the... Okay, so this is an excellent illustration. We don't actually want to call the thing generating the ID. We got a proper error here. We don't have, you know, this thing here, generate unique ID here, is not the one we're supposed to be calling. Maybe not absolute tablets do that. Maybe not absolute tablets do that. Here it's supposed to be calling provide unique ID. This is where it has this, and function provide unique ID should be the thing that pushes this, but it also should be the thing that checks this if history. return. So the push event actually needs to be not in here. That has to be here. Why is it got, it's got two of them. Okay, so this only does one thing. Providing a unique ID to a system. It's a little bit easier to understand. This really should be a command object. But that's fine. We can play around with parameters instead of commands. It's just a means to an end of putting an event on disk. But it looks at the history. If it equals this, or the last event is not the request, then it should throw. Otherwise, it does this. And it actually just returns this. The storage has to be done at the higher level. This is the throw should so we actually test what's up there. That's what should be in here. Okay. So we don't really need anything else. This generate unique ID is not, I don't see it anywhere else. So if I remove it, should be able to run. Oh no, wait a second. Control Z. This is actually used here. Because that's when we, yes, because this is the thing that actually does the real work. Which is called by the processor when we're actually running the application. But all it's doing is providing external information. It should call provide unique ID. It should do that. And it doesn't need to return anything. This is the one that, okay, so this is how our command handler should really do things. You need anything that's not deterministic to be bubbled up to the top here. And so yeah, that's it. I think we're done with this. Okay. And does this make sense? So we have this call here. So we don't need this. This is already grayed out. So all this stuff, I don't know where it came from, but it's gotta go. So that's a lot cleaner, right? So providing this to the system is used by things that actually make the external quote unquote call, or what we're not in command of. and things like this too. Like this is not good. This actually has to have the timestamp provided outside. But we'll get to that at another point. We really want, you know, anything like date to string to really be out here. Actually, let's just do that timestamp. Get rid of that. Right? And then whoever, you know, this is the guy that does this. So that's provide unique ID. And then here, okay, this is another part. For the real thing, we have get events, because that's the real events that we have. Now we have the history here. We have this and we have this. This is a proper one. Okay, so now that's good. We have generate unique ID process getting kicked off. That mumbo jumbo is all captured here. This just looks at the kickoff logic. Okay, good. This checks if we can actually do this. And this is not generate unique ID. This is provide unique ID. I don't like this event name. I guess what do we used to call it? Generated, I guess. I guess we called it generated, so provided. Yeah, we'll get the consistent naming there. And then yeah, command. We have a timestamp from the command. Yes, perfect. So now that makes sense, right? Because we have timestamps here as well. So we're passing things in correctly. Okay, so look at that. We built our entire system here. Hopefully, yeah, it passes. Awesome. Okay, so we have something that works for both state. I think I'm getting a little bit late here in terms of how late I'm staying up. But we now have, well, let's just write the rest of the tests because those are easy. That's what we wanted to do. Things are running. Let's continue by adding this one with nothing. So the next non-trivial thing to do, we can get rid of, can we get rid of some of this junk? I have way too much logging now. I mean, I guess it's fine until we get it working. So gross having all these console logs. And I want this to be nice and tiny. But I guess it's good for investigation. So next thing is, let's see what happens when we want to put in. Okay, first of all, it's no longer happy path. It's going to be all scenarios in one timeline. Okay. And so now we have a checkpoint because we have this unique thing here. So we need an event beforehand. Oops. And here we don't have an event. We have an exception. No request. Exists exception. And yeah, I'll probably put in a const for this because we don't want to have this do I do it now? Where would it be? I guess it would be with the command handler. So the way that this ID can fail is the provider, right? Get rid of this. this provider here is the one that checks for this. So let's put right above the function the const. Let's just put error no request found. Okay. That's good. And so now we can have that here. That's better. So we have that, but we also have our command, right? So we have a command where we want to generate unique ID command. In fact, it should be called something else. You need to really work on the wording here. And it tries to do this, which is okay. So now notice that we have no event. It's not defined. So what